Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the inline, so it'll come out to the 25.
Man, what up?
They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play.
You say what?
Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight
Oh,
ends
yeah,
in
right.
formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Willis. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yes.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
But it's certainly not giving much up to the defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's got it to about the 40. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They go play action with Willis. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On third down, it's Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Willis on third and goal. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Oh, that's gonna...
Man, stop playing, man. That's a damn touchdown.
Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one.
Touchdown. I got the worst team won a game.
Point after here coming up.
You got Russell Wilson, man.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a...
Yeah, okay. Give him to me then. You can have Davis, Mills. You can have David Mills.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, Williams. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
How? Because I come down in a box? That's the difference. I'm in a box. You can't stop me from coming in a box. How?
On third down, here's Williams.
You don't want me in a box to stop the run when all you do is run because you refuse to pass. So since I come down in a box, you don't want me to come in a box.
Ready and look for that run pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that
Throw the ball then. Throw the ball.
And get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Play action. Here's Willis. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ronald Darby. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way.
Stop talking to me and play the game, Drew.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't know. Go in the free agency and find it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Hey, 0-0-0.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like it. And now before we get to
Don't try to rob me. That's a touchdown.
have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way
that's a pick, boy.
To generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second down at 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle, and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out route complete to Dulcich. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Judy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Chuba Hubbard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 35.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They give it to Williams, running right.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Oh, come on, boy. Don't save his ass.
That very near.
Man, that was a pick.
Of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And I don't think there's any question.
Man, they saved your ass from this game getting out of hand. That's what they did.
Difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
You ain't gonna do nothing but an RPO. Go ahead and do an RPO so I can pick that shit.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
This one swung out to Williams.
He's marked down short, and with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. The frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
Stop being greedy. Should have took that field goal.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how.
Man, click on somebody.
Because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
Rolling to his right.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
There's a quick throw completed by Willis.
Touchdown, Texans.
Brevin Jordan.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That should have been a pick.
This all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one is a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Christian Harris.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to...
You be all right, man. Come on, it's just a loss. You be all right.
I expect them to do exactly that.
Send me one of them offensive linemen you got. Send me an offensive lineman.
Out on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable.
You got to understand who's using them. Drew, you know who's using that, man. Cut it out.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their 25-yard line. A beautiful fake. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texas TD.
Hey, you out there stop throwing them goddamn RPOs and run the ball then since you're chewing clock.
Certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the script.
Run the ball, chew clock, and we good. And then I'll run the ball and chew the clock. You next. You doing RPOs.
They've been on it from snap 1.
So they throw the pick.
Well, punt me the ball, and I'll chew the clock for you.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Wilson.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
10 more there. And
who you trading, man? Who you got to trade? Who you trading, Drew?
Come to the line. They will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check.
Right back to Hubbard. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
118 yards.
Give me Denver, man. You act like Denver not nice. Denver got a nice secondary and everything.
And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them.
Yeah, because ain't no trace on this joint. You got to play the real thing. Ain't no trace on here.
And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Hey, man, don't be talking about my running back, man.
12 after the loss. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. It sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Well, I'm going to punt the ball. I'm going to try to get the first so I can keep killing the clock.
The final play before the 2-minute warning.
Now Willis on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
Man, they know what they just did. They just robbed my folks.
Inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It's caught.
Hey, that's an interception. Run the ball, run the clock out. Don't score, run the clock out then. Since you ain't worried about scoring, run out the clock. Kneel the ball.
They'll try the option on first.
There you go, yeah.
Blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable.